Well, Steve, a pleasant night for a brisk walk, maybe after dinner, or to take the dog out.
And then things change. We're going to start a cooling trend and looking an early look at New Year's midnight here. Low 60s,
Okay.
mild, and then the next day it turns cooler and wet.
Nothing as cold as other parts of the country,
But
though.
that's an early outlook subject to change, but
Okay.
right now it's looking good for New Year's Eve on the Sun Coast. Taking a look out over Casey Key, you can look at the boats darting back and forth in this time lapse and people walking back and forth. What a great day at the beach. Tomorrow will be pretty much like today, and then it'll become cooler. And some people like it cooler, and you'll get that for Friday and Saturday and even Sunday, and then cooler still and wet next week. That is the forecast at the moment. 71 is the temperature at the airport. Dew point is 65, humidity 81%. And a warm day. In fact, look at all these blues and purples to the north. This is it. This is the warmest weather in all the continental United States going on right now. 83 for the high in Miami and Fort Myers. We topped off in the upper 70s, 79 at Sarasota this afternoon. Arcadia 81, Lake Placid 80. And this is the almanac. Look at that. Our high is 79, which is 7 degrees warmer than normal. We're going to be closer to normal by Friday and below normal next week. Actual low last night, 60 degrees. Now, there are some clouds about that are not producing any sprinkles for us, but they are producing some showers up in the panhandle. A cool rain, in fact, for the most part in far northern Florida, but that will not reach this far south, and we will stay dry right on until New Year's Day. John Scalzi mentioned earlier today, I hadn't thought about it, but it's the reason we have a jet stream blowing from the Pacific. It would generally moderate the chill, but there is just so much snow cover from coast to coast that it's keeping that from happening. It's just locking in the cold air on the surface. So you can have warmer air blowing in from the Pacific and it just doesn't warm things up. A lot of snow. The brighter colors here between 3 and 4 feet of snow there and in northern Maine and upstate New York. And the snow belts, they've had 4, 5, 6 feet in some places. Now here's a current weather pattern showing that jet stream coming from the Pacific, but we're now getting a feeder, a second branch coming in from the Arctic, reinforcing that cold in the far northern states. And this is the key eventually that will change our weather to cooler conditions late on Friday. Temperatures from coast to coast, 22 in New York City, 7 at Toronto, single digits. They're going to go below freezing tonight, below 0 tonight in the north. Meanwhile, even out west, we're warmer than Los Angeles. We're at 66, warmer than Phoenix at 62. What about the new year? What's going to happen with this cold air that's pooled up over Canada and the northern United States? Well, as we look through Friday, look through Saturday, it dips a little further south Saturday into Sunday, creeps further south on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve midnight in Times Square, 14 degrees. I think that's dangerous cold. I would not be out for several hours in that because you can get frostbite. 18 at Philadelphia at midnight, Chicago, 3 at Indianapolis. And here is our forecast for midnight, Christmas, New Year's Eve, 62, 63 degrees for the most part. And here's our futurecast showing that we will have that front moving on past to the south. And once this front now in the Gulf of Mexico moves over us, that is the key because it's going to change the weather pattern and change the winds more to the north, and that will bring us in cooler conditions for late Friday into Saturday. Now the 7-day outlook showing we cool off to 73 Friday, 70 Saturday. We try to warm up a little on Sunday, and then the big cool front comes through with unsettled weather next week.